I saw this clip of our girl Lily Phillips, not to be confused with Bonnie Blue. It's very easy to confuse the two of them because they're both, blonde, bluish, green-eyed, disgusting whores on OnlyFans.
Can you clarify the difference between the?
Lily Phillips is more like classically beautiful, whereas like Bonnie Blue is just a disgusting, like no life behind her. Here, I'll do a compare and contrast.
Are they both British?
I think so, which is actually pretty interesting.
Or is one Australian?
Oh, yeah, you might be right. Lily Phillips and Bonnie Blue's harmful influence. Let's see the two of them. Okay, so one of them is actually like here, I'll show you. One of them is clearly better looking than the other. You tell me which one you think is better looking.
The one on the left.
Yeah, Lily Phillips. Yeah, Bonnie. She looks like a homeless woman in like Florida or something like that. Right?
Bonnie Blue, I'm guessing, is the one on the right. She looks like she just used sandpaper to scrape all of the jizz off her face.
Yeah, but she's a bit more extreme with her stunts, with her,
Was she the first one to do the 1,000 guys?
I'm not sure who did it first. I don't even know if Lily Phillips did it, but anyways, this clip of Lily Phillips, I guess it was her. It was from like a documentary that she did, which is crazy, by the way. I think there's a documentary of Bonnie Blue on Hulu, like talking to her parents.
Okay.
Which I was shocked by. I was like, her parents still talk to her? Right? That's insane. But
she knocks on their door, they don't open it, and they go, because you're a hooah.
He's a hooah. But you tell me what you think about this. I'll just play the clip for you. All right. Lily Phillips talking to her parents.
Phone call. Dad very regularly gets a phone call of someone being like, your daughter's disgusting or something. Don't you, Dad?
Yeah. How do you handle it when somebody phones up and says, I hope your daughter dies?
Oh, Lily.
I know why Lily's getting upset because
we love each other.
Can you pause? I mean, I'm always dubious, of whatever I see on the internet.
I know.
But can you imagine, like, look, we're supposed to imagine she's sitting there pausing for 20 seconds to collect her thoughts. And, Dodd sees me on the internet and he has to take phone calls from people saying they want me dead. And it makes him cry.
He has to hear your daughter's a fucking cunt. You don't believe it?
Well, no, I'm just like, they could easily be embellishing how long of a pause that was. Like, they're like, a director's like, guys, take 5. And then we're going to splice in like 35 seconds of Lily, very cute, very sexy, looking off into the sunset.
Dude, it's crazy to me how you always think everything is not what it seems. Like, everything. It's all like, you don't believe that she's crying when her fucking her sad sack father is what do you say when some Somalian fella calls you and says your daughter's a fucking slag and he wants to cum in it? you don't believe that she's like, I mean, I believe that that's enough to get her to shed a couple tears.
First
you think
of all,
she's faking it?
Let me just throw a little monkey wrench in your armor here, okay?
Okay.
All right. First of all, it's a video call. Okay, that means 2 separate cameras from 2 separate locations. All right? So we're just supposed to believe that they didn't edit this all together perfectly. We're supposed to believe all of a sudden that a porn star isn't a huge liar.
What is she lying about here, though?
I mean, I'm not saying that she is, okay? Don't paint me into a corner I can't get out of.
Okay.
I'm just saying I'm skeptical just based off like first sight of this clip that you've
You're skeptical as like whether or not that's actually her dad, whether or not.
No, I believe it's her dad. I don't
Okay.
think she hired some actor, although that's a great idea. That's a great point you bring up.
Mm,
Is it her dad? I mean, I'm not going to
mm,
go full BJ Penn on you. I don't think that he's like a replacement dad,
mhm.
but I mean, it is certainly possible that this has been cut up and spliced together. I'm just throwing that out there, but I've got no reason to other than to be general baseline skeptical of everything I see on the internet.
Okay. All right. Well,
Which I think
let's.
we all should. Look, I could argue that you're too believing, too trusting of what you see on the internet. I've heard you spout theories based off of something that you read on Twitter one day, and I'm like,
Mm.
dude, that's insane. That is not real.
All right. Well, let's just play the rest of the video. Let's see what happens.
Sorry.
Exactly
I
that.
know why Lily's getting upset.
I hate the fact that it affects them. Like, if I could do this and not have it affect them, like, I'd pay so much money. Like, that's just the hard part.
I remember Lily saying to us, "You guys must really love me to be able to put up with this and still care and love for me." And we do. We'll take whatever's coming our way.
God, dude.
All right, let's go to camera 2. Can we get another spritz of the tears on her face, on Lily's
Oh,
face, please?
God.
Her tears are drying up, please.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just assume that it's real. Okay.
All right. Okay,
Let's
big
just
assumption,
assume-
but sure.
All right. Well, for the conversation's sake, on June 29th, she had sex with 1,113 men in one day, beating Bonnie Blue's record.
How many? Say it again.
1,113 men in one day.
Oh,
So hang on. How many minutes in a day? Let's see. I like to do the math. I like to break it down. 1440. All right. So let's see. Jesus Christ. 1113 divided by what a freaking hooah this girl is, dude. 1440 equals okay. Every 77 seconds a dude was up in there.
oh my God! Now, look, you've followed these stories a lot closer than I have.
All right, dude, don't make me out to be a pervert, dude. Come on.
Do they have to bust for it to be?
No.
So they just have to get up inside there.
Yeah.
That completes the transaction of one dude.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, it was probably like a couple pumps, pause, and then you're out, next dude in.
This is like the that scene from Silicon Valley where they're trying to figure out the dicks per square root.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, if let's just assume 6 inches per dick. And if I jerk this way with one hand and jerk that way with the other hand, that's 2 dicks at one time. How long would that be? Now imagine if I could fit 2 dicks in each hand.
Yeah, dude. So I mean, this is weird. This is unusual because you usually assume that a girl or a woman who is, given her life over to just debauchery and whoredom probably has no relationship with their parents or their family. But and that sounds like just a weird like assumption that people make. But dude, I've seen so many cases where a girl, I mean, we've played clips on this show where a woman who is known to be a gigantic hua starts talking about her upbringing, and it's like she had the worst life ever with no relationship with a family or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's unusual when they have very caring, committed parents like this,
Yeah, which is strange because it doesn't it make you question though on some level, like, is that dad as nice as he appears in this video? Or, at some point was he up to no good?
Oh yeah, like what did he do to lead her down this road?
Yeah, or maybe they were just like exhibitionist parents, like they would walk around naked in front of their daughter so they
Yeah.
they normalized sexuality at a young age, even if they weren't overtly having sex in front of her, which maybe they were. I don't know. I don't know them from Adam.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. It's like, were the parents too much of hippies? Were they abusive, or were they just, not really, didn't instill any sort of discipline or any sort of like moral fortitude in their daughter? Because dude, there's this porn star. We're going down the rabbit hole here. There's this porn star from like the early 2000s. Her name is Sunny Lane, and she's a pretty big time, but she was famously managed by her parents. Like her
Whoa.
parents were her, yeah. So and she said that she credited her parents participation in naturist recreation and free thinking and open-minded attitudes for her comfort with the adult entertainment industry. So
she's like the rare gem of the adult industry, where she actually didn't have a bad upbringing as a child that forced her into wanting the approval of men on camera.
yeah, I mean, I guess that's what it is, dude. I mean, it sounds like that's kind of what Lily Phillips,
Is Sunny Lane still alive?
Good question, dude. Good question.
I mean, it's like professional wrestlers at this point. It's like every other
Yeah.
week there's a new one
I don't know.
that bites the
Yeah.
dust.
I think she is. But anyways, dude, does that, when you see that, are you like, God, does it worry you as a dad of a doctor, as a hashtag girl dad? Does it worry you at all?
No, because I feel like, especially after the past couple weeks, get my life in order, I feel like I'm doing all the right things as a father to give her like the strong upbringing that she needs. The only thing I worry about is, if I were to die of a heart attack like 10 years from now, all
But dude,
that.
I feel like you're going into this with like a very strong assumption that the parents fucked up. It honestly feels like, I mean, I don't know anything about the relationship other than the way that the parents are talking to her. And that's like that's a very mature stance to take as a parent, to be like, I love you no matter what,
Can I ask you, did she make her money, or does she make her money off of OnlyFans, her and Bonnie Blue, I'm guessing?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
Because that could bring in a whole new talent pool into porn, the likes of which we've never seen, because it's almost like a honey trap way into porn. Like they start with like light stuff, like, maybe showing their feet, or, or just showing their butt through booty shorts, but still fully clothed, even though scantily clad.
Yeah.
And they
Even
start
though they're going over to their family's house.
even come on, Sabi. But I could see that being like a gateway drug almost into full-blown porn, because they start with like the light teasing photos, right? And they start seeing the money coming in, and they're like, oh wait, what do I have to do to like 10x this money? Because if I could do that, I don't have to work for the rest of the year.
Well, hang on a sec.
And then they move up to just flashing a little bit of nip, but without showing their face. Hang on, we lost Open for a second.
Yo, I'm here.
Yeah.
No, you're right, dude. You're right. I mean, there's always been some sort of like they always said, okay, for instance, I've talked about this before. Very famous, very slutty porn star named Tory Lane was my waitress that I would always visit when I lived in Florida at Hooters.
Mm-hmm.
She was even our waitress for my birthday one time. And then 5-7 years later, I'm looking on freaking xvideos.com or something, and I see this freaking hua just getting railed out by 6 dudes. And I'm like, what the fuck? What happened? And then, I started doing my Aiden Bristow, Farid Porgadiri thing, and looking up their entire lives. And she went from Hooters to a strip club to some dude, talking to her saying, hey, you make crazy bank being a adult film actress. And That's kind of the progression that it took. So yeah, I mean, this might be the new one, the new, gateway into that.
I mean, that's got to be like seeing a girl next door just turn into a superstar, and that's got to feel so real and authentic.
It was pretty crazy.
Like
But I've actually,
every time you pull up one of her clips, you're like, I mean, I could have if I wanted to.
but I've actually like followed up, like not followed up, but like followed her life after she retired, and life after porn is not a glamorous life.
Oh no, what happened to her?
I mean, she's just not hot at all. Disgusting. She's like married to some fucking like room temperature IQ redneck in South Carolina or something like that.
Like that actress. Who was that actress that you were like blown away that she was with this like alligator chaser?
Oh, Lana Del Rey.
Yeah, yeah. Not actress, singer.
That does not. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. She's still hot. But yeah. Anyways, I'll be honest, dude. It worries me a little bit because I feel like they're very caring, very accepting. You know what? I'll be honest with you. The dad and the mom, they sound like they kind of sort of sound like pussies a little bit.
Yeah,
You got to put your foot down somewhere.
right. Like they never took a hard line with her.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do, we'll support you and we'll love you. No, you can't let your daughter bang like a dude every 77 seconds for 24 hours.
I mean,
crazy.
She's got to be making insane money. First of all, is that like a sponsorship deal that she has with OnlyFans? Because that's so big. I don't mean to get stuck on the little details, but I really do want to know the parameters of this deal. Is this just an exclusive to her page that she came up with, or did she get in concert with OnlyFans and go, hello, Mr. Fans. I was thinking of an idea where I bang not 1,000 men, but 1,113.
13. Yeah.
13. Me thinks me can do it.
Well, I think allegedly OnlyFans banned Bonnie Blue recently because her stunts were too extreme. So, as you know, as much damage as they've done to society, I think they do have a line in the sand that they try to stick to.
The line is 1,113.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, it'd be so funny if she did like a DraftKings read in the middle of getting banged.
What's up, donks? Get your picks in with FanDuel this week.
Yeah. Brad paints this sponsored by Four Locos. That'd be pretty funny.
Well, because like they have to draw a line in the sand at some point, right? As a company, because eventually, where does it end? Like, if somebody's gonna bang 1,000 dudes, anything is possible. What about 2,000? What about 200,000? What if a lady spends the entire year with their legs open? She eats, drinks, pisses, and poops in her bedroom. Takes a quick shower and invites more dudes in the next day.
Oh,
Another
God,
batch
dude.
of 1,000 men, and she
You're
just
right.
has a counter going for 365 days out of the year.
Oh God, dude. It's just so crazy. Like, if that was my daughter, I mean, I would kill so many people if that was my daughter.
It's just hard not to man. It being your own daughter is the toughest part to put yourself in their shoes, because like me, objectively, I look at it and I go, well, you got to murder your daughter.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's better for her to be dead than for her to be doing this.
Honor killing, for sure.
Right? But then you go, well, I don't know if it was my daughter. And then I'm like, well, I can't be thinking about that. It's way too early to be thinking about that. It's really tough to put yourself in their shoes.
I think I may have asked this hypothetical before, but I asked somebody one time that I used to work with. I was like, would you rather your daughter be a huge hooah porn star, or would you rather your son grow up to be like a serial killer?
Serial killer.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And she was like, obviously a porn star. I don't care about like society norms and blah blah blah. And she started giving me that whole spiel, and I just pulled up like a very graphic image of this like bukkake like blow bang.
You pulled up my browser history.
Yeah, and I was like, so you'd rather this? You'd rather this happen than your son get booed in court?
Look at her. You can't even see her nose anymore.
Yeah, because when people try to defend like the like porn, they throw this like it's just like expression of yourself and la la la, and what's wrong with the little nudity? And it's like, no, it's not about nudity. It's about them getting fucking spit roasted and Eiffel Tower. And do you want me to read the comments on Pornhub? I'll read the comments on this video.
And then a bunch of black guys going and ba 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 and ba 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 boo
and ba ba ba. Yeah.